merchants. Right, where are the merchants right now? And do I have any which are not particularly important? Yes, Bengal earns basically no money. So does Gujarat. Although Gujarat does earn more. So we're going to transfer trade power. You. 89.07. I want to see how much that's increased by. Because we should be the one with the highest trade steering here. I don't know if it increases the amount shown here. 88.5. 93. So yeah, it increased it by 5 ducats. With another 9.5 trade steering on there. Cool. I'd say that was worthwhile. Because that 5 is then going to be further multiplied by the trade efficiency here, which is a whopping 105. My trade efficiency is pretty good. Yay, trading ideas. So I was just having a chat with Amy about Solaris and such, and how people want things to change, and she asked, rightly I think, why does it need to change if people like it? Then clearly it's not the game for others, and that game studios should stop trying to please everyone. Make the game they want. Yeah. I mean, they do need to keep an eye on what their audiences want, otherwise people will just stop playing it outright. But I do feel like developers will put a lot more passion into games they themselves actually enjoy. Kalinus wants me to drink some tea. I think I can do that. Huzzah! And Sluffen coming in with a 22-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there, Sluffen. Very much appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Alright, seriously, how long is this guy going to stay on the throne? Like, if my prestige goes over 50, I can fire this kid and bring in another one. Roll the dice again. I was just thinking, maybe I could change the current guy that we have there, but that may not be a good idea. Because they are producing prestige, and prestige is useful. Actually, missionary strength might not be bad. Because we have a lot of places that need converting. You know what? We're going to do that. We're going to take the missionary strength instead. Oh no, they've gone. They literally just left. Oh. Alright then. Be like that. Business is booming! Trade efficiency plus 5%. Don't mind if I do for the next 10 years. Okay, so we can now get 3-deckers. If we wanted to go for heavy ships, now would be the time. One thing which I've often wondered, like if any of you guys are modders for EU4, why is it that mods never change the type of artillery? Ever. Like even regular nations in this, where different tech groups have different types of artillery. The artillery is always, or different types of units, the artillery is always identical. Like we've got East African, we've got all of these which are flavoured depending on where we're based. We've got the cavalry flavoured depending on where we're based, and then the artillery is just normal. Balance issues. Really? Ambenar reworks the descriptions. Yeah, but it's not the descriptions I'm asking about here. It's the literal units. They never change. I was wondering if that was hard coded. Is it really balance issues? Because mods are quite happy to play with like artillery combat ability and artillery damage from the back row and stuff like that. That also affects artillery balance. Just look at Ovdal Khanzad. But even Ovdal Khanzad does not have their own flavoured artillery. Do I own the New World? I own Mazil. But that's all. Portugal is taking over a lot of it. So are the Dutch. I would say Portugal's really the one that's coming out ahead there, though. Which I'm kind of okay with. As long as I'm staying in my top slot as the biggest nation in the world, I'm alright with it. Oh, and I have Australia as well. That's true. Shame we can't get our hands on the United States of Malika. Malika. I don't think I've ever pressed the spend money to improve the capital, but I think I'm about to. Because here in Kilwa, I actually need to use manpower. Because I would very much like Kilwa City to be built sooner rather than later. It's still going to take 16 years. I want my plus 30% chip trade power propagation and that prestige. Ah, he finally died. Okay, so we have an Empress Regency. So we can't use this in Regency Council anyway. So as long as we get our stability back to 3 before he takes the throne, then we'll be golden. And in the meantime, I would say that we are once again stable enough to definitely focus on admin now that we're starting to core things a bit more aggressively. To consider where we want to go next, do we want to perhaps take out the Central African nations? There's actually quite a few resources back here, which would be quite nice. Why are they not showing? Oh, because I'd accidentally clicked on slaves. And there are no slaves here. That's a lot of metal. Rwanda's allied to Kilwa. That's unfortunate for them. Alternatively... Oh, you know what I still haven't done? We haven't got our alliances with Ternate and Tydor. Unfortunately, it is going to take our diplomats a long time to come out here. As long as our relations with these guys stay above 200, it's fine. Golden Age of Piracy in Mazil. Wars between colonial powers are bloody affairs that leave a legacy of devastation and villainy in their wake. Piracy has become rampant in the Caribbean. Former privateers raise the black flag as they discover that peacetime is bad for profit, while naval captains disenfranchised by the outcome of the wars disavow their former sovereigns. The conflict between great powers has thus inadvertently ushered in a golden age of piracy. The Buccaneer Battalion. Alright, I'm curious. What do they offer? The Buccaneer Battalion, minus 2.5 discipline, but plus 20% speed. That's a big old speed buff. And they are only infantry. No artillery, which is a bit weird. The Mazil Pirates. Well, I mean, Mazil is definitely one that kicked it off. Did you see how much piracy they were doing? Yep, still there. That's out of the 390 points of piracy being applied. 370 is Mazil. Still waiting to fully core Kilwa. Right, I was looking out here to try and get an alliance with Tydor. Oh no, and your relations dropped, but that's okay, I can fix this. Send gift! I'll just bribe them. Problem solved. Could always go to war with Portugal again. Yeah, I mean... Oh, we have another colonist available again as well, which we shall put here. And we can also purchase an ability, which I think is going to be artillery bonus or... Yeah. No. Global naval engagement. If we're going to be fighting Portugal, I'd like for my ships to be amazing. March Morocco, absolutely. Right, now that I have a significant source of money, I would like to build a set of troops there, a set of troops there, and that's me out of manpower. Yeah, you know what? The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go on another building spree to get some more of these soldier households built. Or better yet, manpower. Oh shoot, one of those was on a cloth province. Ah, that doesn't matter actually. We'll go down to maybe 10k. Except that those benefits offered are a bit lower than I would like. That'll do. Because I would like my manpower generation to be rather stronger than it is right now. 2,400 is not enough. Am I going to check the Catholic changes next run in E4? Don't know. Have not made any decisions about who I'm going to play as next. What's the requirements for economic hegemon? That is an interesting question. Need to have a monthly income of at least 1,000. Now, is that surplus or total? Much easier to do as the Dutch. Although I definitely feel like if anyone wants to do that, Mali would be the candidate. It is total? Okay, good. In that case, we're not that far away. 300 ducats at this stage of the game. Now, do we have anyone else to replace this with? Ooh, spices. Not going to say no to that, and there's the missionary strength. Ah, except he's... wrong culture. Although, actually, that being said, Mosi and Senegambian... There are less of you than Congolese and Swahili. Now, the question here is, I have a feeling one of those owns my gold mines. As soon as I remember where on earth cultures are shown, there they are. Mosi's there. Senegambian. Where are they? Over there. So the Senegambian is Gabu, which I definitely don't want to lose. Filani is there. Mosi is fairly safe. That's nothing important. So Mosi we're going to get rid of, and we're going to bring in Congolese. You know, just because we're doing a bit of outreach to the fact that we now own the Congo. And to answer your other question, Kate, I don't think that Catholics change that much. I mean, yes, they've got a couple more bonuses, but intrinsically, it's not that much difference. They just get more morale. Is it, really. Worth playing as an entire new playthrough as the Catholics just to see that change? No. Good for the Catholics if you're playing as them anyway? Yes. Right, there we go. Now we're converting these in a hurry. That's what I like to see. And we can also, whoops, finish off coring. Making sure we get Kilwa first. Those, done. Where are you? Tuamuto. Oh, it's them. So if they're... Alright, so what happens if you win? Cedes the islands to Australia. Oh no! I've lost my islands to... myself. Except now Australia is responsible for defending that. Oh no! This is terrible! Hope you're doing well. Content's amazing. Really enjoying this. Thank you, Mav. Appreciate that. What PC do I use? GeForce 1080, though I would like to upgrade this GPU at some point, once the prices have dropped a bit, maybe. An i9-9900 CPU. Those are the two main components, I would say. No, we're going to get this. There we go, Westernized Infantry. Let's take a look at those. Are those the top tier? No. Western franchise will be the top tier. Except... are they really? They're one pip better, but only if you are in defense. They will actually do less damage and resist less damage than the westernized regular units. That's weird. Okay, so North African warriors influenced by Western military defense tactics and strategies. Defense tactics. Defense and offense. Or offense tactics and strategies. So, at this point, for the first time, we can say our morale is probably superior. Because we have defensive ideas, so it means we don't intrinsically need westernized East African infantry. If we wanted to just do damage, the South African infantry are probably best. Although, actually, the westernized East African infantry, the only thing they lack on is shock, but at this stage, shock doesn't matter that much. North African's good against cavalry-heavy nations, which we don't fight. I think the East African probably are the way to go. More fire damage, more fire resistance, which means you lose less men in the fight, and they also have morale resist. That's a really good combo, especially for infantry. Done. Wait, that's all... oh, that's Tunis. Tunis took that off of Aragon, and now Austria's beaten them up, except Austria's being beaten up in turn by the Ottomans. Ottomans and Tunis. Austria. Thick battle Pope. Yeah, Pope's having a good game. Ooh, Sweden. By Riga! Oh, you go, Riga! You show Sweden what for! Who is it really? Great Horde. Yeah. And Hamburg. So actually Sweden's actually up against it a bit there. Riga. I mean, you can't beat mighty Riga. Hamburg, Great Horde, and Muscovy. That's Ryazan, Great Horde. Fighting against just Sweden. So this might be a bit of Great Horde revenge against Sweden. The city-state that could. Don't forget to build a furnace if you can. Unfortunately, we haven't actually discovered coal yet, so we still can't. Otherwise, yes, we absolutely would be. However, I think that we probably... What do we want to do? What's our objective here? Beat up Portugal again? See if we can steal a bit more of South Mazerica. South America. South America. America. Because we do have our one random province here, which I would quite like to turn into a Margentina. Time for war with the Indians? Harder to get to, especially with our lack of a navy. Oh, you know what the other thing I was going to do? I was going to try and get an alliance with Tydor. No, not Tydor. Turnate. Oh no, we have an alliance with both. Why can't you... Damn, you're at war. What about you? You're not at war. You just need to have higher relations. You would not accept the royal marriage. Okay. Oh, we have a province that can spawn coal. We just haven't spawned it yet. Next objective of coal. Again, we have coal. We just haven't discovered coal. It's there. Oh, it needs to be 20 development. I did not know that. And the Enlightenment needs to be present. It is not yet. But it is building. Well, this is going to be a particularly nasty area. To develop, because it's just going to be very expensive. Because it's desert. Dev cost. Anything I have is Diplo. Alright, well, that's going to be our objective then. Develop that up so that we can actually get stuff there. Cool. Right, back to Turnate. I need you to end this war. Can I, like, tell you to stop? Where's demand peace? I could have sworn that was one of the options. Enforce peace, there it is. Brunei would say no. Wait, why would Brunei need to have an opinion with me of 100? Fear of Mali. Damn right. Well, I think I just need to be patient for them to end that war, which also means that I myself can't start a war until they do. You need to find a place with better development for you to hide in. There's one. So you're not just sitting there taking attrition for zero reason. And I would like to remove the leaders from the armies which are currently fighting rebels, so that I can give them to the armies which are not fighting rebels so they can start drilling. So I can keep that professionalism growing. And we can hire another general, which I think we shall do. And this is going to be called Drukoran. Oh, hello! Finally! 8 pip general out of a maximum of 12. That's better. And then once you get to Pindinga, you can start drilling yourself. There we go. Glorious. Did the Madagascar pirates spawn? Oh, they did. Libertalia. They are a vassal of Kilwa. Which means they're going to be raiding my coastline. Two more years, and then I can declare war on Kilwa and steal Libertalia from them. So that's what I'm going to do. Is Leviathan still a disaster? No. But we will need to move some troops across, because that's where the majority of their forces are probably going to be. I love the fact that Australia is actually taking over the Australia. No other rival Europeans are present. They have all been directed elsewhere. Feed all of Madagascar to the pirates. That's precisely what I was thinking of doing, yes.